So let me show you my finished one. My husband loved it, by the way. So this is it. It uses the some of the paper that's on sale, the wood something wood. Hang on. Wood Textures Designer Series paper, and that comes in the little 6x6 pack. As you can see, I've loved it. But look, how cool is that? Isn't that neatest? I love it. So I'm going to show you how to make this fun card. So you're going to need your Stampin' trimmer. Before I forget to mention it, this is my hostess code for this until the 22nd, I believe. 3VMQD2XV in case you order online. Okay, so you're going to need your Stampin' trimmer, and you're going to want to unlock that. Oh, Mary, by the way, your order came in with that order I was waiting for today, so your stuff is here. I don't have it packed yet, but it's here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a half a sheet of cardstock. Oh, before you do that, you're going to want to fold it in half, just like you would a regular card. You know, you could probably measure it and cut it first, but I have just found this to be so much easier. And then use your awesome bone folder. There's also gifts from me if you decide to join Stampin' Up! This month. I know, the wood paper is gorgeous and it's on sale, Jane. Okay, so now can y'all see where the fold is? I just think it's a lot easier when you can see the fold. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the fold up with the 3/4 inch on my Stampin' trimmer. Sorry, brain functioning not happening. Okay. So now I have this piece that I can use to stamp and cut out that other piece, which I'm going to use this one because it's the one that I use, so why waste, right? But now, see, I already have that awesome edge, and it was easier to figure out than then I have to measure and score. It's a lot easier to just fold it by hand, right? Okay, so now set that aside. Now, oh, I am going to need it again. Now, what I did was I picked out my paper. So I picked out this very cool paper. And when I wanted the inside, I kind of, I didn't do it perfectly, but you know, perfection is overrated. I wanted this to be as close to the center as I could. It's kind of centered this way, but I didn't really center it that way. So I know that this is 5.5. So what I'm going to do is I am going to trim this at 5 3/4, and then I'm going to spin it and trim it at 5.5. Okay, so that kind of gets me centered this way. Does that make sense so far? Then, in order to get it centered, what I figured out is what is showing here is about 3 3/4. So a half of that, we know that a half of 3 is 3.5, and then 1/4 would be there. So I want to go to 1/8. That's when I grab my trusty ruler and I sort of line up approximately where the center of my thingy is, the middle of the tree. And I'm going to trim that off. And then I want this to be 4 inches. Because see, I did not go all the way to the edge. I didn't on this one either, the first one. This is another piece of Designer Series paper. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this to 4 inches. And now it looks off center, but when I attach it, it won't be. All right, so let me show you how I'm going to do that. And I didn't grab my snail. There we go. So now I'm going to put my snail just along this edge here. Let me do it that way so you guys can see better. I always like to rub up the edge because I saw that some of the adhesive wanted to go over the edge. And if you rub it up, sorry, I'm pulling my sleeves up. If you rub it up, then it will not be on the edge. If it is, you know, we've got those I like to, it's like that little rubber, like eraser-y thing. We don't sell them anymore though. But I've also used the Embossing Buddy to relieve that. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to talk and do stuff at the same time. I'm lining this up at the bottom, and then I'm going to fold it down. But for me, I like to do it like this because then I can get everything lined up, fold that down, and then hold it in place. Okay, so now I have that in the front, and there. Now, doesn't that look centered? Voila! Okay, so now I stamped this original one in soft suede because I thought it would go more with the like 2 different colors of wood, that kind of thing. But I'm going to try this one in early espresso just to see. Excuse me. Just to see, and you guys can tell me which one you guys like best. And this this stamp is from the Detailed with Love stamp set. It's one of the new stamps in the catalog. So, and you have to press this one pretty good. So, I know maybe some of you guys are going, oh, that didn't like ink all the way. I'm okay with it. I've never gotten it like perfectly solid. Even this one is not. And I'm okay with that because it sort of makes it, especially with this look, kind of gives it an old-fashioned feel. Now I'm going to cut it out with the amazing, amazing stitched shapes. So let me do that. I'm doing it off camera because it's too big for my area anyway. So just talk amongst yourself, girls. Okay, so there's that. And then I already pre-cut this. I cut it with the layering ovals, which they go really well with this. The layering ovals and squares and circles go really well with these stitch shapes. So, and I put that somewhere. It's here somewhere, girls. I lose everything. It's frightening. It really is. I will find it after the video. This is nuts. All right, so maybe I'll find it while we're going along. All right, so then I used the copper trim. Has anybody not used the copper trim? Because this copper trim is some of the coolest ribbon ever. I don't know if you know that it stretches. It stretches so much that you could actually, and it's like a tube. Let me see if I can do this on camera. Oh, looks like it might let me. But look, it's a tube. So you could actually put candy in it. Yeah, I'm on Weight Watchers, so. Thanks, Jane. Can always count on you. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to wrap it. And just sort of, I'm not really a fancy bow tire. I'm getting pretty good at it over the years. 17 years of doing this, I've gotten a lot better at tying bows. But doing it on camera is like a whole nother ball of wax, right? So let's see if I can do this while you guys are watching. Okay, and then just, you know, play with it until you get it the way you want. Hi, Chris. And then just use your snips to trim it off to the length that you want. And then on mine, I kind of opened up the bow a little bit. And then you can open up these. What's cool is if you open it up and you don't like it, you just pull it and it closes it more. So I love, love, love this. I wish they had it in like a bazillion colors. But right now it is only in the copper. Okay, so if I can find my pre-cut piece, I can finish putting the... Oh, I found it! I found it! I found it! Oh, life is good. Okay, so now I'm just using snail to adhere the oval that I stamped. And then I'm just going to use dimensionals. Now this is something strange about me. I mean, I know there's so many things, but I used to always cut these in half, and sometimes I still do, but now I found that I like to have 2 whole ones and then 2 little ones on something this big. So those are our regular dimensionals and the minis. Then I want you guys to tell me, oh, and I have a winner from last month's sharing, so don't forget to share my video, or this live broadcast. So then I'm just going to set that up there. So tell me which one you like better. The soft suede or early espresso? I'm kind of torn. I kind of like them both, but I'm curious to what ones you guys like best. So what are you thinking? Anything? I know it's a little slow, so while I'm waiting to hear what y'all think, I want to announce that the winner of last month's sharing, so when you share this live video, or even if it's the recording, if you share it on your page with your friends, thank you, Chris, then you will be in a drawing. If you're not already a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you will be in a drawing for a free prize from me, and I'm going to be sharing a surprise gift. And I say surprise gift because I don't know what it is yet. That's why it's a surprise, but it'll be something cool. And I may give you the option of the surprise gift or the other ink pad that Maria doesn't pick. So make sure you share. So it looks like most of you guys like both. Mary likes the early espresso. I do too. I can't decide. All right, so that is the easy peasy card. Isn't it fun? And it's a great way to use the designer series paper. And like I said, it's just as pretty in some happy color as well. So we'll let her know, Sherry. I'm going to tag her too, so she knows. But anyway, that is what I have for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions before I wander off? I know I really appreciate you guys being here on a holiday week, especially right after the holiday. And I promise I will be sharing cards made with the secret stuff for next month that I can't share with you. I can share projects made with it, but I can't show you the actual product until August 1st. So what can I do? That's why you should get that $99 kit option with the $125 worth of free product. Well, it's not free. $125 worth of product. And you get 10 of the awesome ink pads in your choice of family. There's 4 families: brights, regals, subtles, neutrals. And then there, the other family is the in colors. Both sets, the 2 5-set packs of the in colors, because you have to have 10, right? So it's a really good deal. And just because you technically would be a demonstrator does not mean that you have to sell. It just means that you've bought a kit. All right, you guys have a great week. I will be back next week with more fun ideas. I don't know if you guys caught my Tip Time Tuesday where I showed you guys how to make that envelope, but that is on my page if you want to go back and look for that. That one was taped. It wasn't live. So, all right. See you guys. Have a great rest of your week and wonderful weekend. Try to cool off. I know it's like nutty hot, but do your best. Bye.